Run Ninja Gaiden here for you to continue on the ninja block, so this will be quick. I'm playing on the Japanese version, but there's no significant difference between this and the North American release. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to start us off here. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Ninja Gaiden. You jump, you slash, you kill pretty much everything in sight. Solid ninja game. So the main mechanics to kind of keep in mind when doing speedruns of this is the best power-up in the game is this thing right here called the spin slash. You see the icon at the top of the screen. It pretty much makes it so that whenever you attack when you're in midair, you do this jump and slash thing that instantly kills pretty much anything you touch, and it's the premier weapon of choice for just going through stages and especially for killing bosses. On bosses, it does 1 damage per frame that you touch in the boss during the spin slash state. You can see we make quick work of the first axe boss. So the primary mechanic in the speedrun is to obtain spin slash in as many acts as you can and keep it for as long as you can. So that usually involves just kind of memorizing the contents of every one of these item orbs to make sure you don't accidentally get something you don't need, and also to make sure you collect enough ninpo, which are these little power-ups that are kind of accruing at the top of the screen. That number 25 right now is the amount of ammunition I have for my current ninjutsu, which right now is the Art of the Fire Wheel. I don't have spin slash quite yet. We'll get it pretty soon. And one of the core mechanics in Ninja Gaiden, other than just attacking enemies, is wall jumping. And it's really difficult to wall jump in this game. So being able to do it quickly gives you a really big advantage. Doing wall jumps really fast in this game is very difficult. So I had spin slash for a little bit there, but I went ahead and traded it out for this weapon, the windmill shuriken. It's just a personal preference that some players do for the first part of the screen here. Okay, that's good. Let's see why right here. Throw those guys behind me. Okay, got another power up here. If I can hit this guy. Got him. Alright, this is the invincible fire wheel. It just automatically replaces whatever weapon you currently have, and I missed that info. It's bad. And see if we get the bat boost. Okay. So there's a lot of damage boosting in this game, just like the previous game, or any solid platformer speedrun, I guess. So just kind of manipulated the position of that bat to get on top of that platform a little faster. So these enemies that I'm killing right there are the Hammer Brothers. Luckily, I didn't get trolled, but we call them the Hammer Brothers because they're very random. And one of the biggest source of randomness in this game. What? He has 3 HP. Weird. So you can see me practicing our wall jumps here. It's really tricky to do fast. You want to hold the A button when you're on the wall and then just press left and right in a certain rhythm to do it quickly, but it's really tough. And also, if you're too fast at it, sometimes the game punishes you and you just clip right through the wall and die. So it's really nasty. Okay, all right, this is a perfect 3-1. That's nice. So the world record in this game was actually very recently broken by Arcus. It's now, I think it's 11:46, I believe, which is a 3-second improvement, I believe.
Was it 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
quite
a lot.
Quite a bit.
For those that don't know, these are some of the most speedrun games on the NES for sure. So,
okay, had to improvise there a little bit. Yeah, Ohon and Exo kind of dominated this game before that for several years. So yeah, 3-2 is where the game really starts to ramp up in difficulty, just with the really annoying enemy placements. For instance, this is one of them. We made it. So the really very precise toe jump at the end there, you can damage boost just off of the right side of that guy. Oh, something I forgot to mention is I don't actually have spin slash for this boss fight. In Act 3, there is no spin slash power-up. It's the only act without one. So I make do with Art of the Fire Wheel, which lets you do 3 hits per turn, rather than having to wait for... It's like a 20-frame cooldown in between each sword slash. Sit there and slash away at bosses. Okay, so 4-1, this first level. Okay, that Hammer Brother was kind of weird. You can already tell some of the quirks in this game. If you looked really closely there, my sword went right through him. I clearly chopped the dude in half. But yeah, nothing happened. So that can just happen in this game. All right, let's see if the game decides to kill me by clipping me through the wall. Okay. So even though I'm climbing a ladder there, it does save a few frames each time you wall jump if you do it quickly enough while you're climbing. But it's really hard because in order to wall jump, you can't be holding up or down while on the wall. So if you're on a ladder, you press up to climb the ladder. So you have to repeatedly release pressing up to press left and right quickly and then repress up. So it's really difficult to do quickly, but take any time you can in this game. Okay, now I don't know what the heck's going on here. All right, this is a Ninja Gaiden song. I think everyone knows this. Lovely tune. Bridge stage. It's a nice break of a stage because the next level is the hardest level so far. 4-3 is really long. I'm actually really bad at it. This is probably my worst level, so I'll try to do it well. I can remember the cue for this. There we go. Okay, that's a really tricky jump to get. So I certainly want to make it to the boss of this stage with a full, or with one shot left with my spin slash. So I purposely ran out of spin slash there so I can have my sword. If you just go through this section without stopping, you'll always be able to boost perfectly off of those bullets. That's why I intentionally ran out of ammo. Let's grab some more ammo here as we finish it out. And that was an excellent stage for me, actually. 1:15 on the clock at the end. That's good for me. I think 1:16 is the best you can do. So. Spin slash makes easy work for the dogs, as you can see. 5-1's pretty tricky. It's one of these stages where the entire stage is one giant room. There's no screen transition. Okay, I didn't get the manipulation there, but... Yeah, when you die, you appear at the beginning of the room that you died in. So since this entire stage is one room, if you die at all in it, you start at the beginning, and it's kind of tough, so... And in Act 5, it's a lot of Ninpo collection, too, so that I'll just be stocking up on tons of Ninpo so I can use it throughout Act 5-2 and 5-3. So here's kind of a complicated boost setup. I'm going to take it a little safely there, though, so I have to wait for that bat. Okay, 45 Ninpo. I think that's 5 short. Alright, so these two enemies are the hardest to hit in the game. Got one. Oh! I didn't grab the wall. Okay. I moved away from the wall before fully grabbing it. So that kind of sucks dying at all in Act 5 because whenever you die, it cuts your current Ninpo count in half. Okay, and I got the second hardest enemy to hit in the game. So that sucks. I'm about 15 short Ninpo. I should have 60 at this point. So I'll try to make up for that. So dying at the beginning of 5-2 isn't too bad. I still have Spin Slash. The last Spin Slash pickup is the beginning of 5-2. So if I die at all after this, I'll have to do the rest of this without the Spin Slash. This is the hardest room of this level. A lot of people get stuck here, including me. What? Okay, I'll take the alternative route. And like I was saying, I no longer have Spin Slash because I just died. Good stuff. I'll keep going down. I prefer to go down. Climb. Okay. That's unfortunate. This is a really tough stage without Spin Slash, so... Anyway, sword only was on the incentives, so... Here's your sword only. I'll show you some swag here. You bounces off of a random wall there for no reason. Okay. This room with the sword really sucks. What are these guys gonna do now? Okay. Jetpack ninjas, they go crazy once, after they spawn. If you let them linger, they can mess with you. Got the Sex Panther boost, made with bits of real panther, as we like to say. Oh, well, I cleared that guy. You normally never clear that guy. Hammer Brother is going nuts. Alright, we made it. So what sucks is I have some extra Ninpo. I'll show you guys what I can do with that extra Ninpo. So at the end of the stage, if you have extra Ninpo, you have to wait for it to count down and it wastes time. So Alright, that didn't really do a whole lot, but whatever, dude. Alright, we're at Act 5, finally. Do I do this? Alright, Act 6. People that have played this game probably remember this act. Just because 6-2 is so difficult, and if you die against the final boss, it sends you right back here at the very beginning. So let's try not to die against the final boss. Something I like about 6-1 is that it can be done very consistently without stopping. It's not a very tough stage, so it basically can be done perfectly every time. Like that. Alright. Alright, 6-2. Stage everybody remembers. Luckily, in a speedrun, it's much easier, but it's still one of the hardest parts of the run. But, ugh, it's bad. Okay. So things can get out of hand really quickly if you slow down at all in this. Alright, we have the spin slash, so we should be good for now. There is a backup spin my thumb hurts. Alright, it's hard to climb those walls. Okay, the AVGN room, as we like to call it. It's actually really easy, as you guys can see. Why am I going for this? I got it! Exo boost. So that's really dumb. But we got it. So this is the final stage.
I was going to notice this. Why am I going for this in the middle of a marathon run?
That's the story of my speedrun life. Alright, so I purposely depleted all my ammunition there, both to swag, kill that guy, and kill that guy, and I did it all in hopes of setting up that bird to be in the right spot to boost me past this guy, but I failed. So I had to slow down a little bit there. That Hammer Brothers positioning on that little platform that I had to get around is just really brutal. But you can use that bird that was on the screen to kind of damage boost past him. I'm taking this really safely here. Plenty of health. So we approach the final screen. So again, I have 10 Ninpo. I'm going to use one right here. Kill that guy, damage boost, jump. Now we're on the boss with one shot. So as soon as I defeat the first form, I no longer have spin slash, so I'd have to now sword fight these bosses. Fortunately, there's a way, if you press down and attack in mid-air, and do that repeatedly really fast, you cancel your shots and don't have to wait for the cooldown, so we'll use that to kill Shakio, hopefully. Ugh. Okay, so this is one extra cycle than I wanted. Okay. It's really hard to do this technique. As you can see, I have my controller set up in a really weird spot. And I'm using one hand to hit both down and B. Okay, I'm going to take this safely. I'm sorry, everybody. Let the ninja community down. But you can defeat the heart without destroying this tail. It's just extremely risky. And everything in this fight does 3 damage to you. So you can die very fast if you're not prepared. Alright, get ready on time. Let's teabag the guy a little bit. Alright, and time.
12:58.
12:58, cool, wow. So that was 2 deaths, I think. My usual signature die at the beginning of Act 3, or 5-3. So I'm used to that. So that was Ninja Gaiden. You guys ready? I could just move on straight to Mega Man 2 at this point, or I don't know how we're doing on time. Of course, the credits are in Japanese, but
we're doing it on time. While we're moving on to the next game, I'm going to do a quick plug. Once again, this is Race to the Finish. We are here live in Plano, Texas at FX Game Exchange. We are raising money for Cook's Children's using Extra Life. So if you get a chance, go ahead, check out the donate link in chat and in the channel description. We are getting pretty close to that $1,000 mark. Let's get close. Let's get there by the end of the day